Crisis Pest Management has been protecting businesses on the Gold Coast for over 7 years. Owner Brian King shares his approach to keeping pests under control for one of their busiest clients.
It's a cafe, restaurant, bakery. They're open 7 days a week. So their opening hours from baking start about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Even dealing with the site around those times is quite difficult sometimes because you actually don't have open windows of opportunity when nobody's around.
The bakery's complex environment adds its own set of unique challenges. Continuous renovations, transient staff, ongoing cleaning, constant heat and high moisture levels all create a dynamic situation requiring constant attention.
You've got a wood fire oven that runs 24 hours a day. It's always on, so you've got the constant heat. The bakery area, the flours, the doughs, but you've also got their pastry section as well. So you've got the sugars and all the other spices, all the things fermenting in those areas. Then you have your storage areas, so your dry store, the coffee machine. It's a 4-burner coffee machine. You have 2 to 3 baristas working on that machine throughout the day, so there's a lot of mess. The coffee grounds, the cockroaches up here with the moisture and everything else. Love the coffee grounds. Then you get your ants and so on and so forth. So then we have rodents, pigeons, cockatoos. We're in a semi-industrial area too. So then you'll get your feral cats. They've got 40 to 50 staff in here on any given week. Some of them are transient staff as well, where you get a lot of staff that will come on their holiday visas and they get to work for 3 months and then they move on pretty quick. So we've had to work with the clients on best practices.
Open to customers 7 days a week, this client requires around-the-clock pest management and constant vigilance.
So you're actually looking still with drainage going straight onto the ground. So the renovations that are coming through in the next few months, they're going to rectify a lot of these issues. And this is 40 years worth of development on a site.
Brian's 3 rings of defence method targets pests at all levels.
So from obviously rodents, cockroaches, pigeons, everything. We started on the internal part of the building, dealing with all your internal areas. Then we moved that to the external walls of the building. And then from the external walls, we moved to the external perimeter of the actual site itself. So we've set up rodent stations. You know, obviously when we treat, we call it boxing out. Each area gets completely treated, but then closed off. So there's no areas that we don't spray that allow anything to cross over into that area without crossing over our barrier that we've set up.
Brian highlights the importance of hygiene and the role of effective pest control products to ensure protection between services.
There's always new stuff coming in and out, so creating isolation areas for, say, their fresh produce coming in. You know, we've got an area where, you know, the boxes coming from the vegetable suppliers and so on go into an isolation area because we know that the cockroaches and everything else are in the cardboard boxes. You know, so just trying to reduce the risk of them getting into the restaurant. Then you've got your other issues, then they come in on top. So we've had to proof a lot of the other areas, proofing all the pigeon areas around the building, solar panels and so on as well. The amount of problems that we actually have, you know, running through here daily, it's a fun challenge to actually have.